I'm Janet Fielding, and I played Tegan Javanka in Doctor Who, and this is the legend of the travelling Tardis.
Spoilers! This is Sophie Aldred with the legend of the travelling Tardis.
Hello and welcome, fellow Whovians, to the legend of the traveling TARDIS. I do not know what's setting off that thumbs down. I really don't. Something's going funky. It wasn't doing that on my stream. All right, I'm just going to turn that off. Sorry for that, folks. I don't know why it's doing that. We're going to turn off reactions on my... Seriously, what is doing that? There, we're just going to turn the reactions off on my camera. I hate that. All right, welcome. And we've got a great show for you today. We are reviewing The Last of the Time Lords, the part 3 of the Saxon trilogy. It's going to be a great time. I think everybody's looking forward to it. Let's take a look, see who we've got here to join us. Let's start on the other side of the ocean with Candyman. Hey, Mark, how's it going?
It's all good. I'm chilling. I'm looking forward to this episode. Like you said, it's the last one of the trilogy and also the last one of season 3, I think, isn't it?
I believe so. I would be surprised if it wasn't. I didn't actually no, it is, because the next one is was the Christmas episode.
Yeah, Voyage of the Dam is the next one.
Yeah, Christmas. Voyage of the Dam, so Christmassy. But yes, let's see who else we got. We got Nick laughing his way in. Hey, Nick, how's it going?
I'm good. That tickles me. Christmas of the Damned. Yeah.
Christmas of the Damned.
Ooh, and that great cliffhanger to the holiday episode. I'm in New York, but I'm whirlwind jet lagged. I'm just back from Vegas, where they had the 1, 2, 3 punches of CinemaCon, WrestleMania, NAB, the National Association of Broadcasters, and now back here in New York. So it's nice to just chill with you guys. My favorite thing that I did when I was over there in Vegas was going to Death Valley and seeing where they filmed in Star Wars and looked down at Mos Eisley Spaceport, that wretched hive of scum and villainy. I was there.
Of course you are. That's a perfect fitting spot for you. Wait, I'm sorry. Did you go to WrestleMania?
I was WrestleMania adjacent, so it was just cool to see all the the wrestlers, but also all the fans. They're so into it. They were like mad for it. It was crazy good.
It was definitely interesting to watch. I watched it. I didn't watch it live, but I did watch it after. That's the joy of having it on Netflix there. I can just watch it whenever. Let's see who else we got here. Camera off, microphone on. We've got Reverend Amagon. Hey, hey, Tom.
Yes, from one place of scum and villainy to another. Welcome to the legend of the traveling TARDIS.
Welcome.
What a segue.
What a segue. The segue to our showrunner and producer for this evening, Christian.
What kind of that was the scariest laugh I've ever heard of. Anyway, hey, well, folks, welcome to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. As you can see, let me go ahead and put that post up here. That's right. We're doing the review, which is not only the last of the series, last of the season, but this is also the last of this month. This episode will wrap up April, and we're going into May. So really excited about what we're going to be doing in the months coming up, especially around the holidays. But tonight, here's your chance. Go ahead and put in your reviews into the chats. 1 through 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and put your comments in. And if you're lucky, you may get your chat put up here so we can review it with you. So, but we will be reviewing the last episode of Series 3 and the introduction of the Master for the series. So, yeah, very excited about that.
It's less the introduction of the Master for this episode and more the exit
That's
of the
true.
Master.
Extraduction.
The introduction.
Well, I consider all 3 of them being like one episode, just compact together.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. The introduction and exit all at the same time.
Exactly. Well, at least one exit of many.
Yes, one of many. But I got to say, and I was shocked at the ending. I've forgotten the very end scene. And that was my reaction for sure. But we'll talk about that a little bit later with the end with the spoiler end of the Master. Or is it?
So you're saying there's going to be spoilers?
There's going to be spoilers.
Spoilers! This is Sophie Aldred with The Legend of the Travelling TARDIS.
That's right, Ace. We got our spoilers. Maybe.
It depends if you've seen it or not. It's for crying out loud.
It's true. This is not a new episode. This is we're looking, 20 years ago.
We still have kids who are growing up shooty gatwa. They're like scratching their head 15th.
Yeah.
So I thought this was the first Doctor. So
exactly.
Yeah, I get it.
After all, Matt Smith is my favorite third Doctor.
Did you ever read that? I actually
oh yeah,
I wrote that article.
Yeah.
I was just like, no, this actually happened to me. And then it's just like,
yeah. And he is the third Doctor.
He is the third Doctor. It was a nice little segue to having a discussion with somebody who wasn't familiar that there was a classic Who. But yeah, I'm almost putting the Who in four cases, which is classic Who, movie Who, classic new Who, and now Disney Plus. And it's just really like bizarre. And like as I mentioned beforehand, that what was it? The woman who stopped me in mid-sentence because I was going over survival at the panel and telling her what had happened and getting yelled at. And she goes, I hadn't seen that series yet. I'm on it. I'm like, okay, that was 1989. Like
valid point. However,
yeah.
Can't just avoid spoilers for everything.
Exactly, especially wibbly wobbly, timey wimey in this.
Exactly,
right?
Exactly. So we've got some news. What was that hashtag? That was not segue. That's a Q, not a G.
That's how you spell segue. I looked it up.
That's a Q.
I thought it was Canadian for segue.
It's still there's still a G in it. That G looks like a Q. It would be right if it was a G, but
my bad.
There we go. Yeah, you've almost got it right.
Seque. It's pronounced seque.
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 That's French way. Seque.
I just want to address this Grant G 7457 in the chat. You don't have to bring it up, but no, we haven't fallen anything out with Brian. I mean, Brian, I would think the best way to put it is just like friends who I wouldn't say fallen out, they just separated. I mean, they were doing our own thing. I know Brian was having some issues. I don't want to speak for him, but I know he was having some personal issues, so he kind of left the show for a while. And I know he's focusing now on his show. No, we haven't had a falling out, not that I'm aware of. But I will be candid in this sense that we haven't talked in a while. I might, and thank you for reminding me, Grant. Maybe I'll shoot him a PM and just let him know, hey, are you doing okay out there? Because the last time we had Dr. Freedom, he was invited to be part of the Simon special when he passed. So I haven't fallen out of grace with him. We just haven't talked. To me, it's just like having friends on the internet. It's just there's times when, things change and things happen. We've gotten we've had new people and panelists show up and recycle out and do their own thing. So not falling out, just you haven't talked.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's it. That's it. Nothing.
And we hope he's doing good. Okay.
big No big tea or anything like that. Did
No.
Kristen just freeze?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
No,
Look, for a second, it looked like you
It's
frozen
just
again.
really still.
Yeah.
What was that one pose I froze in, and then just like everybody was just going?
You want me to find it? I'll find it.
No,
There we go.
don't you dare!
Just like the other media assets.
It does not exist in that world.
You know. There's a fun fact. You can bring in media now from other studios, so we might be able to find that picture.
Crossover.
No. Good luck. I mean, it's like I can't even
Something else. I know Reverend's got it somewhere.
I even got like half the crap that we get into. Shut up. Shut up.
Wait till the commercials.
I don't think so, Scooter.
Yeah, there's no more room. So I can't do it. There's no more room. The thing is full for today's episode. No more pictures.
Jeez.
No more wire hangers.
Yes. Anyway.
Anyway. Shall we do the news? Shall we do the whole news thing?
What, the whole news thing?
There we go. That's how you spell segue.
I like my way better.
Sagi.
The queue is silent.
All right, well, let's Sagi out of here. Okay, before we bring Gadget in.
Wow.
So I have a Sagi that I wanted to mention. And this is kind of an embarrassing Sagi because I went to Universal Studios. And I hate to say this, but here, if anybody remembers, here's Sonic. Wow, I hate when it does that. There is Sonic Wand. If anybody remembers that we were having a blast, we just basically took a wand and a sonic screwdriver, put it together, and we were filming videos of it, interacting with stuff over at Universal, and just having a good time with the cast over there, the team members who identified with the sonic wand. Unfortunately, it is no more. We think it was stolen.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So yeah, you're amongst 10,000 of your closest friends in a theme park. One of them is going like, "That's a good wand to steal." I'm not saying that it happened that way. I'm just saying that there were thoughts about what happened with it and how it disappeared and how it was never seen again. However, saying that, I want to thank the folks over at Universal who made the attempt to try to find it. The last time we saw it, we took a train over from Diagon Alley to on the Hogsmeade Express to Islands of Adventure, and that's when it disappeared. Wow. And we weren't sure, and they checked the trains. They were checking the areas I could possibly be at. We checked the ramp that we went down, but as soon as we got into Islands, it was gone and vanished. So I want to thank Emily and the wonderful teammates who decided that they were going to be kind enough to replace the Sonic Wand in some form of fashion. Now, here's the thing. Let me show you the Sonic Wand. It was my favorite wand because if you notice at the end where it connects to the bottom piece of the sonic screwdriver, it has that little lip that it feels like, I would say like a trigger finger hold. So you can hold it that way. So when I showed them, and when they thought it was funny that I even had a picture of the damn thing, especially when I went to Lost and Found, they're going like, "Well, what is the wand? Is it like brown or something?" I mean, because we get 100 wands, and I show them the picture, go, "Oh, we can find that if it's found." So because it's the only one that had a sonic screwdriver attached to it. So we went over, they were looking at it, and so far, more than 24 hours later, they still haven't found anything. And I think
they check Nocturne Alley.
We checked everywhere. Everywhere that we thought it could be, because we made it on the train with the wand, but as soon as we got off, it disappeared between going down the ramp and the train station. I think I know what happened, but like I said, I'm not going to blame anybody. But in the meantime, the team over there was kind enough to say, "We'll replace your wand. Let's go ahead and get your replacement." When I showed them the wand, they were going through all these books and all the racks and everything. And it turns out that not only my wand is not linked up to any of the wizards, it is a generic wand, and it's a discontinued wand.
Oh,
Oh,
I
eBay.
didn't think that was a thing. I was like, oh, you discontinued your wands? But also, the wand was, it wasn't even linked to any of the wizards. It's just a generic wand. I'm like, okay, I didn't even know this. So, without further ado, I am happy to introduce you, at least the one half of it, the new wand. And tonight, I want to see if anybody can guess, because unlike the generic wand, this is actually attached to a wizard. And one of the things we loved about it, because the other wand had that little trigger finger hold, none of them had anything like it, or at least close to it, except for this wand. So technically, this wand selected me via the team members over at Universal Studios. So this is what it is. And guys, if you want to throw into the chats which wizard you think this belongs to, we will try to see if anybody guesses it right. And then also we'll ask the panelists if they
Show it again.
This right here to see which wizard this belongs to.
you're a wizard, Christian.
So
Question.
want to thank,
You're a wizard.
and soon we will have a new 2.0 Sonic wand available. But yeah, again, thank you guys over at Universal Studios they didn't have to do that, but they were kind enough to do that. So without further ado, let's go ahead to the Hoodoo News.
It's funny. I'm
Dead
reading this while you're talking about, and I have my wand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, guys, out there in Universal Land, it's right, it's Universal Epic and everything. If you guys do find the wand and everything, please return it to Christian or anybody at Lost and Found at Universal, because yeah, unless the only thing I can think of, it magically disappeared because copyright infringement, allegedly, but who knows, or idea for next year on their next wand list, you know. But otherwise, we have some very cool happy birthdays because we have a triple threat again and everything, with all celebrating on April 27th. We have our lovely Jenna Coleman, who royalty as she is, the queen and everything, celebrates her 40th birthday, and not really much has been heard from her lately since she gave up the throne, I think, right? Because I don't really watch the...
She was Queen Victoria on at least PBS here, right?
Right. That's what I was trying to remember, if it was what it was.
Yeah.
Because the last thing that she was on, audio-wise, was, let me just make sure I'm reading this right, We All Live Here. She was the narrator. And the last advertisement she did was Bag of Joy. But right now, mostly, let's see, nothing much.
And she was in the Sandman series, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I hadn't seen
it. The last stage show she did was Lemons. She was Bernadette. There is a to be announced, but we don't have a year for it. So it was number 10, it's called. She's going to be playing the deputy chief of staff, sorry.
Okay.
And it'll be the main cast. So that's not been here nor there said anything, but it is to be announced. So we might see her again, grace our screens, movie theaters, maybe audio, depending on how Big Finish handles everything in the upcomings, because that will be something I talk about next. After we mention Kevin, who you all know from Pirates of the Caribbean, but was in the 1984 episode of Doctor Who series, I think it was the Twin Dilemmas, as Lieutenant Hugo. And then he recently had appeared in 2021 in the Flux series of Doctor Who, the 13 series, as Professor Jericho. And he became a fan favorite. He lovely turns 70 years old, doesn't look it, and everything. And then we have our, I don't know how you want to call it, because he owes us an explanation for everything.
I didn't want to go sour on the guy, but I guess I will.
Come on, he's got us in limbo with he's making us fish for things, you know. The fish are still not.
I just pretend I'm looking at 2005 instead of 2025.
Right. Because he's only 63 years old and should know better. And I mean, he did give us Sarah Jane Adventures. I'll give him that, because I love Elizabeth, you know, and everything. But come on, we already got the steel box of War Between the Land and the Sea that could be converted, let's put it that way, for wonderful audiences and everything. because there is no way those fish are bobbing to the top. And also, there's gonna be. I know.
You know what? We should have known ahead of time with Torchwood,
Yeah.
because he did Torchwood, and it was like, thank you so much. That's an awesome series.
Yeah.
Then he did Children of
Fizzled
Earth.
out.
I was like, holy cow, this can't get any better.
Yeah, Queer
And
as
then
Folk
he
was
did
good.
Miracle Day.
Torchwood was good.
Yeah, and then he did
Sarah
Miracle
Jane.
Day over on Stars. I'm like, oh. So that should have been a hint about, the Mouse
He ran out of
Plus
steam.
taking over. Yeah, exactly. I'm just like,
Yeah,
Bigger
so
is not always better.
bashing you, but it's like, let's just hope the Christmas special isn't a special thank you to all us fans. Let's put it that way, or to the studios that did not show Land. Let's just leave it at that. As well as now, let's get into our main news, because there really wasn't any news. Like I said, you guys have got to stop believing rumors, stop believing everything. Just go with what you know. And what we know is Alex Kingston did post on her Instagram that she had spoke to the Telegraph. But my problem is, it says you must create a free account to log in to read the story.
Mhm.
So if any of you have access to the Telegraph, read the story. It is very nice. It talks about her life as an ER actress, the hysterectomy, all the stuff that has happened, that she just finally started talking to everybody about it. And if you can create your account, go ahead, read the story, but it is very nice. It was published on April 22nd, 2026, so it is recent. Enter on that. And then we have some other news that came out yesterday. As you all well know, that this August will be the Hugo Awards, if I'm reading this correctly. Yep, the Hugo Awards. They'll be August 30th, 2026. And guess what? The Wheel of Time and Doctor Who are amongst the sci-fi fantasy shows that have been nominated for an award, which recognizes excellence in the genre. So the Doctor Who episode that has been, even though the Wheel of Time has been canceled, that's what's going to be the toss-up and everything, is The Story in the Engine, which I think might actually get the award, because it was a very good story for Ncuti and shows like the versatility of everything of Doctor Who, especially bringing back the fugitive. Is it Fugitive Doctor, if I'm right? Joe's Doctor or Doctor?
Yep, Joe Martin. Yeah.
Joe Martin.
Yes, you are correct. Yes.
Yeah. So I just wanted to make sure, and trust me, guys, you want to check that out this August 30th, and ceremony is going to be held in LA. So let's see what happens. But this is the one I think Christian would love. His friend is back, Peter Capaldi, and he's not happy with everybody. He is not happy with the way everybody is watching Doctor Who. He feels that it's like, get over it. Basically, it's not the same as it was, because social media has or may have contributed to most of its downfall. But he said it's a show, people. It's a TV show. Get over it, everything. Don't take it so seriously. Just watch it for the content and the fun that it brings to you. And like when he was watching it, it was monsters. It was basically, and then you've got the reason why Russell T needs to not do anything. He only singled out one social media as a bad social media and on how they portray things and stuff. But you got to remember, it depends on who's spinning it. And whoever spins the news, it follows whatever, depending on if you're schooled or not, how you do it. But don't judge anything until you know all the facts, and watch the show for what its value is. Don't look at it. Don't think it's woke, allegedly. Don't think it's this or anything. Just watch it because someone put their heart and soul into something, and they're trying to portray a character that someone may not like or doesn't understand because your upbringing might have been different, or because back when we watched it, there was no social media. Some of us are older than Google, and now you have social media breaking like, oh, we just watched it previews and we're going to air it now before everybody else sees it. And I think that's what also did the war between the land and sea and Ncuti's damage, because it was being sporadically broadcast. So does social media play a part in it? Do people presume things? Yes, maybe no, but I think they do, because they're only given some information and they go with it like that, instead of just looking at it the way Capaldi did. He said, just look at it as a show and move on, And speaking of moving on, like I said, since we're in the wilderness, we have our May releases. If you didn't tune in last week for Big Finish Audio, we have May releases coming up. We have The Doctor Who Rutins and versus the Sontarans rendition, only for $12.14. That's not bad, guys. And then you have the 13th Doctor Adventures oh god, I cannot do this. It's with Jodie Whittaker and Mandip. It's Algius, Aegis. Welcome, dyslexia. And let's see what else we have coming up. We also have the War Doctor Rises, Fear of the Light. We have the Torchwood Farewell. We have the Time War, Uncharted 3 Branches, starring Paul McGann and Emma Campbell-Jones. And then we also have Dark Gallifrey, The Meddling Monks Part 2. So, and some of them are on sale. Some of them, which is interesting, that the War Uncharted is actually $33.75, but everything else is within under $30. So it's not bad. And they had new cover art for the Doctor Who 4th Doctor Adventure Series 15, The Lethal Progress. So check all those out on Big Finish, as if you guys want something to do with Doctor Who, I check out this while you're in the wilderness years. And does anybody else have any other news?
Well,
You got a frog in your throat?
yes, it seems I have a frog in my throat.
Yeah, because I try to stay away from frogs.
Oh, someday we'll find it. So,
no, I'm talking Mau. Yeah, we don't go there.
Okay, woman.
If you're an anime person.
Is it it's close to anniversary of
what anniversary?
Legend of Traveling Tardis, and from you were from the beginning. You were with Christian since the other shows, which spun off to the Legend of the Traveling Tardis.
I can barely hear you. You're cutting out.
What?
Are you drunk? So what's going on over there?
I know. I'm like trying to figure out what he's talking about. There's an anniversary. What anniversary is coming up?
Lay off the NyQuil, dude.
Closing out YouTube, closing out Facebook, closing out Hero Wars. Okay, so isn't like
playing Hero Wars when they're on the show?
That's why I'm off the screen, so I won't be frozen. So is it like close to the anniversary of Legend of Traveling TARDIS? Like 13 years going on now?
May 19th is going to be, I think, God, we started, I think, 2012. So there's kind of like 3.
Yeah, because my anniversary is coming up with you too. I started, 13, 14? Oh my God.
Well, we kind of have 3 dates in conjunction, which is weird for us. But the actual Traveling TARDIS, which is pretty much the start of the Facebook page where everything kind of started.
Where everybody met, yeah.
May 19th, 2012. And the first pictures of the Traveling TARDIS went up when it started off. There were no podcasts. And then the day before Jodie Whittaker arrives, that's when the podcast started. There was a Saturday before it's October something, and I can't remember the date offhand. And I believe January 21st is our first day on YouTube when we expanded and moved over here. So yeah, there's like 3 dates involved.
So I think it was 2013 I met up with you, and then I took it to all the conventions and the zoos and that's pretty cool. I forgot about that.
God, everything's
written down.
God, wait, that's 10. Wait, no, that's 13 years or 12 years I've been with you. Oh hell.
Yep.
Oh my God.
So we're entering our 14th year of existence. If we're just talking about the Traveling TARDIS, it's the day that I hit the button that said make the page of the Traveling TARDIS.
Oh my God, because here's Squishy right here. Like, look, here's Squishy. Squishy has been, like on the bottom. If it got lost at conventions, it was like, it said, there's that, aka the Traveling TARDIS. And it grew. It got this on top of it because of the anime added. They got this because of it was we couldn't find the scarf for the 4th Doctor and everything. So yeah, I can't believe it's this old, this Squishy TARDIS. Oh my God.
There's amazing big month going on here with TARDIS and Motooniverse
coming up in
California.
As you saw that
one. May 24th.
And I remember, I think Dave, we one of the great things was that I forgot, it was 4 years ago that we did our 10th anniversary on stage at MegaCon. We were really excited to do that. Gadget, I'm going to add one more news article. And
Oh,
this is just basically our poll. And if you
Yeah, I was
guys
going to ask
ever
you if you
wanna
started
do-
those again.
I've been trying to. It's just like, yeah. Oh God, it's not focusing.
Because I think we hit
they'll
115. Did we on the other thing too? Or we're getting close.
I'll just read it
You
to
should
you. It
want-
says,
Yeah.
do you think Disney Plus will ever show the war between the land and the sea? So at this rate, there were 3 categories: yes, no, and no. And no, it will end up. Well, no. It will end up on another streaming service. Was the answer? So for actual solid no, 48%.
Oh wow.
So just
That-
almost half of our polling audience said not a chance. 32% said no, it's going to end up in a streaming service. So right now, 80% of people just basically said Disney Plus is
It
given up.
might be up there with Class. the
So
way that one ended, yeah.
so only 19% said yes.
It's not a Disney show. That's the whole thing. It's a BBC.
Well, no, they made that was part of the contract. That was part of the deal.
Mhm.
If they were going to do Doctor Who, they were going to do
They also were supposed to get a season 3.
the spin-off. So that was only, but it's so people are now questioning whether it's going to happen or not. So
it's been a long time.
Getting from here to there.
Yeah, and we also made it to 115K subscribers with 2.2K videos.
Yay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I do when I get. That's basically what I say after I put a short up. So,
No, those you got to watch.
so Gadget, any other further news?
No, I was gonna make sure if anybody else had anything, and that's pretty cool that you're gonna have what? It's now you said 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
14 years ago, I bought a TARDIS on Amazon, and it's basically changed my life. I'm like, whatever.
Look at that! You're a silver medal winner, everything, and you're still growing.
We're still we're growing together, and
Yeah.
I'm like, it's.
I still can't believe. I'm like, that's right, because I'm looking at all my pictures and I'm like, wait, what year is this? And I'm like, wait, 2013, 2014, because I wasn't really posting the pictures mostly until 2014, but I think 2013 I did. It was a year after you started because you had a bunch of us doing it.
Yeah.
And then I stayed around and just never left.
The original, and we'll talk about it next month.
Yeah.
The original concept of the traveling TARDIS was to encourage people to get a TARDIS of their own and take pictures of that. That was the actual foundation of it. That's why I got the TARDIS, and I said, and if you look at the very first year pictures, it's actually at Lowe's, Home Depot, Publix.
Yeah.
And it was blue.
Now, it was blue, and now it is now silver with no more paint. And where's it gone? Stonehenge, MegaCon. It's been in the UK.
Universal.
It's been in Canada. It's been in
been in the
Universal
Thames.
Studios and Disney. So
In
it's
my
been
hands.
it's been in almost everybody's hands. Yeah, I think.
You're just waiting on me
Yeah,
now.
Gadget, you're the only one that hasn't really touched it yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. So
Not yet. It's coming. It's gonna come.
easy, Tommy. Easy.
Everybody, that's what I'm saying. We still have Squishy. Squishy is right there. But no, because the deal was if I ever get to hold it, Squishy had to come. So both of them had to be together, remember?
Fair enough.
Mhm.
All right. Speaking of fair enough, let's go ahead and wrap up the Who Knew News.
Yeah.
Squish.
There we go. Boom. We are done with the news. So I guess that means it's time to review the episode, huh? All right. Well, let's just remind everybody what we're doing here. We are reviewing Last of the Time Lords, the final episode of the season, with David Tennant here, and the end of the Harold Saxon arc. Let's see here. So just a reminder how we do things. We review them 1 to 10 TARDISes. And we would encourage you, our wonderful fans, to do the same. Give it a 1 to 10 ratings in the comments, and we can see what you think of it. Why don't we just start with? I'm going to go in the bottom here. Gadget. 1 to 10 TARDISes. What do you give Last of the Time Lords?
9.
9. Excellent. And Reverend Amagon. Tom, what do you give it?
9.
9?
Also a 9.
Easy.
9.
Squirrel.
And Candyman.
I'm going to give it an 8.2357.
I didn't get the last part there. 8.2.
8.23.
I think he just spouts out numbers after he just reads off the prime number, and then it's just
It's easy as
You just get
That time.
Mark, just get a wheel and you just make up numbers that go long.
Yeah. Nick, what about you?
I agonized over this. I have it's a 10.
All right.
10 for 10.
He wants to go first.
And Christian, what do you give it?
Well, an 8. And that makes me go first again.
It does, in fact,
Oh,
make you go
Lord.
first.
Jeez. I can't
Ha
wait.
ha 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 ha.
But you know what? Everybody in the chats right now, if you could, go ahead and rate Last of the Time Lords if you've seen it. Otherwise, if you haven't seen it, spoilers,
Smart.
just to let you know we're going to be talking about it. So if you're okay with being spoiled, we are going to be talking about Last of the Time Lords, which wraps up Series 3 of the David Tennant run and the last of introduction, the first introduction of the Master in the three-part episode. So if you're lucky, you will get your comment posted, and of course, super chats and super thanks will definitely get your chat up to the screen. No problem. So go ahead and do that now. I guess we'll go to a commercial break and give everybody a chance to give their ratings when we return. And
Button.
oh, you want me? Now.
this was the button.
Pull the lever
Now,
first.
now.
I thought you were transitioning out. That was
I am now.
Let's go to commercials.
I didn't listen to that voicemail. I'll tear open that letter you sent. Don't you tell your friends I want you back. I gotta leave you now and unread, because you've already said those words that switch my heart to dead from loving you. So you'll stay ghosted and I'll stay focused. I'll sew in close. The spell stays unspoken. A dark silhouette of a marked man and broken. Right down. I didn't listen to that voicemail. A TikTok that story you sent. Don't you reel me in to get me back. I'm gonna leave you now.
So what's your favorite Western? Is it this one or maybe one of these? Is it a revisionist Western, an anti-Western, or maybe it's an all-time classic? Whether your favorite Western is in black and white, vibrant Technicolor, a spaghetti Western, a neo-Western, a comedy, or maybe it's only really Western in spirit. Whatever it is, this is the podcast dedicated to determining the top 100 Westerns of all time. Every second Monday on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. It's Horses on Film.
I'm author Mark Muncy.
And I'm author Erica Lance.
And this is Eerie Travels.
Greetings, travelers. Join us as we travel through folklore, myths, monsters, legends, and dark history.
Now, we'll be your guide to the spooky side of reality as we discuss cryptids, paranormal, and all things preternatural.
Sometimes we find the truth is way scarier than fiction.
We're on twice a week on your favorite podcast platforms, including iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, and YouTube.
We have amazing guests from all of the areas of the strange and unusual, including witnesses, investigators, and more.
Yeah, with Erica's curiosity and ridiculous array of pop culture and true crime knowledge.
And Mark's decades of experience diving into folklore and the legends with the truth that's behind them.
Yeah, so join us, travelers, as we take you to the edge of reality, and we'll see you on the other side.
Are you tired of toxic fandoms? Do you wish we could go back to being happy? So do we. We created the Happiness Patrol to get away from all of the toxicity in fandoms, in life, and so we decided we wanted to do a show about something that makes us happy. And in the first season, that something is Star Wars. So join myself, Cameron, Scott, Jessica, and Melanie on Happiness Patrol at youtube.com/@happinesspatrolshow.
Hello, I'm Sadie Miller, and this is The Legend of the Travelling Tardis.
And we are back. Last of the Time Lords, ready to roll. Yeah, so welcome back. I hope you've had a chance to put your reviews in the comments. If not, go ahead and do that while we talk. First up, though, we've got Christian. You gave this an 8. A strong 8. 8 is a strong review, but it is still the lowest of today's reviews. So why only an 8? What went wrong? And wait a minute, Christian's not here.
Mm-hmm.
Christian's gone. Oh. Christian bailed so he wouldn't have to go first. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go with Mark. Mark, you gave us an 8.23557. What hit, what missed, and what kept it from being an 8.236?
Damn, I was going to eat my pasta and mac and cheese sort of thing while Christian was doing his show. Now I've got to leave it. I think it's a brilliant episode. I think it's a strong episode. It has me more engaged. It felt like, I know it's new classic Who, but it felt like classic Who, this episode. We got the quarry scenes. It was a time of classic Doctor Who where all they did was film in quarries. And this episode, we had the quarry scenes back in, which I loved. Yep. I think the concept was a good idea. I think walking around the world, giving that little message was absolutely amazing. The action was cool. John Sims as the master, I think I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this, but I think he's one of the better masters. He's unhinged as a master. And I think I like that. I'm not sure if you guys have ever seen John Sim in anything before Doctor Who, but in the UK, there was a TV show called Life on Mars.
On Mars, he's great in that, yeah.
He's excellent. He's another time traveler in Life on Mars. And basically, I won't spoil the story, but he's a cop drama, but back in time. But that's how he got into Doctor Who, I think, because it was such a high profile thing after he did Life on Mars. I think John Sim, his character, he's unhinges. He's got the upper hand. He's basically gloating at every 5 minutes. And then he just thinks he's got everything sussed, apart from the Doctor. I think the storyline with Martha and her family was quite cool. I think John Barrowman was cracking up the wise jokes to make it a little bit lighter. The things I would probably suggest is things that didn't work for me was, let's see. I think I didn't like how the Doctor became a small puppet after he was supposed to degenerate even more so. I just thought that was a little bit. Is he Gollum? Is he You know what I mean? Is this what the Time Lord looks like? Original Time Lord? Is it something like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it was necessary. We already turned him into an old man, and now you've turned him into something even more so. So I think that was a little bit unnecessary. Spoilers. I think the person who shot, I think needed to have a little bit more of a story of why she shot him. I'm not going to say who shot him because it will go and be like who shot JR, just in case for people who haven't seen it. But I think there was like, what was her motive? Was she being abused? Was she doing anything like that? Was she just like had enough of it? That's. I just would like to have a bit more of a backstory on it. I think the music was amazing in this. The tension was good. Some bits were unnecessary. Like, I can understand why they brought the Doctor in and like Resistance just to give it a little bit of a twist. But it was like, yeah, this is obvious. We also get to sort of might know who Face of Bow is, which we talked up on previous episodes. I'm not sure, but I think John Sim actually called him Gandalf in this episode. I misheard him. I'm sure he said, "Here's Gandalf. Don't you look great?" Which is another plug-in. I just think it's a very, very good episode. I just think it needed probably a little bit padded out more on the person who killed him, backstory, why she did it, why didn't she do it. I think the ending was a very, very Flash Gordon part. Question mark or Gallifreyan symbols. And yeah, I just think it's a very, very good. Do I think should it have been a 10 episode or a 9 episode? Maybe. No, I'm going to stick with my 8.2357. I just think it's just such a. It should have been a little bit more tidy up and a little bit of thing, but on the whole, it's a very, very good episode to watch. It had me entertained more so than the previous one. It had me more on my seat, more on it because I wanted to know what's going on. Even though I've seen it so many times, the topography, the paradoxal stuff, that was all good sci-fi. Yeah, I think that was really, really good. How to stop the bootstrap paradox happening by using a TARDIS. Is it a bootstrap?
Yes.
It is bootstrap. Yeah, I thought so. And that's really my review.
Excellent. Now here's a question for you. Does your rating change as a trio? What is the full story arc? What would you give that?
Probably about a 9.5. Probably maybe between 9 and 9.5. Some of it worked, some of it didn't. As a story arc. But like I said last week, is a little bit dated on some of the stuff on it. And yeah, and I think
Tom.
And I think the trailer for the one was quite funny.
Yeah.
With the with another ship crash in it. I still want to do a story where the DeLorean crashes into the TARDIS. Whoa. While at the Circle K.
Dudes.
That'll have to be one of the red-nosed children in need special kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Look, if you listen, Russell T. Davies, make it happen. Cross those three over.
Make it happen.
Anyone can do it. He can.
For charity, they can make it happen.
Yeah.
Marty.
Dude.
Dang it, Marty. What would I have at my desk? That was just too coincidental.
Red
Yeah,
nose.
yeah. There's another one around. I have a third one too. Let's see where that was. They had another 18. And then they
Better
just.
than the other.
Mhm.
Nice. So Kristen's come back.
Yeah.
Christian, come back.
Go ahead and
you
take
disagree-
somebody else. I'm just
Oh,
making
okay.
sure my computer is not. It's acting. I had to reboot StreamYard for some odd reason because for whatever I don't know what happened when I was going through the commercials. All of a sudden, the column where all the pictures and the videos all was showing the videos, so I didn't have access to anything. And I'm like, okay, this is weird. So I rebooted. I rebooted StreamYard, and I think it's working. So if you
Christian, have you tried turning?
I think you just ditched out so you didn't have to be first.
You wanted to eat his pasta.
It works for me too.
So
Christian, have you tried turning yourself off and on?
I have, and usually I buy myself dinner first before I do that, but it's okay.
Hey now.
Hey now.
All right. Well, then we'll give Kristen a break and we'll pick one of the 9s. Let's go like this. We'll grab a die. And Nick. No, you choose. Who, Tom and Gadget. Who's going to be high and who's going to be low?
Let's say Tom is high.
Sorry, what was that, Nick?
No, I'm not on an all-time high, so I don't know.
Tom is high.
Tom is
Never.
high. That
Never.
makes sense.
High on life, but not high on anything else.
I'm angry all
Apparently
the time.
he
What
is.
are you talking about?
All right, and the answer is Gadget goes next.
Like I said.
Where do I begin with this episode? Because this was one of those where do you trust yourself and trust your own judgment and the people around you? Because Martha had to spread the word for a whole year to get everybody to realize that the Angel Network works behind the scenes and not in front of the scenes, because even though the doctor was put up against a wall, turned elderly, living in a teepee tent and all the other stuff, being pushed around while the madman was running around thinking he had control of everything, basically was spreading the word to everybody else that, yeah, just say the one thing. We believe in magic. We believe in the doctor. And then he became flying religious effigy, as we should put it, when he regenerates and everything. But he also, towards the end of that scene, after he became his corporeous body, no more. That's if I get it right, because when he came from Gollum to the mythical flying figure that was scaring the hell out of Sims and everything. After the regeneration, back when they all yelled "Doctor" after the Angel Network and everything. When he came corporeous, right, where the back to his normal self and everything, he had to stop Martha's mother from making a decision that someone else made for her later on.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems that Sims always is brought down by women. You know?
Which I think is funny because he's going to become a woman later.
Yeah, but it was his own woman self that brought him down. Spoilers for he created his own self.
His predecessors, the Jacoby and the Sims, all before they actually died, they all criticized the feminine sex for being the downfall. I shot by a girl.
The downfall of things, okay. You know.
And then later on, they become a girl. I'm just like, oh, this is interesting.
Mm-hmm. And the funniest part about this episode was the fact of how they initiated all of it with the 3 fingers, the power of 3, and everything. So they noticed that, and then Jack, everybody fighting, everything, the spheres, not knowing where they're going to be. They might have been. Now I'm taking the theory of that this is how the Cybermen started, because think about it. You know, they need to get metal bodies. They need to get everything. And this could have been the start of the Cybermen, baby Cybermen, and we didn't even know it. Or the Cybermat, that little thingy, whatever it was, and all that. But as you progressed on, and the doctor felt he finally found somebody they could travel with, because he had an inkling Martha was not going. He had an inkling. But, spoiler on that one. Basically, he thought he had another of his kind. He thought somebody was with him, but Sims refused to regenerate. They did their Viking type of Norse burial, you see that the ring, if you notice, threw back to when that happened, because this throws back to the episode when Martha finally had met the doctor and they were going on the journeys because of the Lazarus experiment. So all of that was tying around, and remember the Lazarus experiment because that might play a part in the next thing. We never know. And after that, it was like, okay, she's make sure the other guy was okay, because during that year that never was, because they rewound time and everything, she made sure this doctor was alive. She made sure people were alive because spoilers of what Sim's character was doing throughout trying to track down Martha. And then he ends up, they both talk about like, don't forget if I call you Mr. Like with the phone and everything and stuff. And she talked about the bloke and everything, how she kept telling her friend that she pined after this guy so much or anything. And this is her leaving. So she left. And then him, all moody and everything, ends up hitting the Titanic. So yeah, so it's like a Titanic mess of a thing. But the whole show altogether, if you put them all together, I'm still going to give it a 9, because the middle I call filler. You know, episode 2 was filler. Everything else was like, yeah. But it was interesting. It was just basically the downfall of madness, as I put it in this episode, but then created madness later when you get the future episodes with Tennant. That's my review.
All right.
Is it now?
Yay.
Yay. Madness.
All right.
Madness.
I'll step up to the plate then.
Middle plate
Yes.
in your head.
I gave it an 8.
You did.
Oh, you want more on that? I gave it an 8. I just thought a little bit of the. First of all, let's just appreciate the picture taken out of context.
Now you got it in my head. I didn't even think about that.
That's actually Ace's replacement. So there you go. We're going to keep that one.
Hashtag distracted.
I think basically the criticisms that I had in the previous episode kind of moved into this episode. I wanted more of how Mrs. Saxon goes into madness. We kind of see it, but I don't see like steps along the way. I don't know why. The good thing about this episode and the bad thing about this episode are kind of the same for me, because the ending that I thought was just a little whacked out, because they all thought of the doctor at the same time. That's how we're going to resolve this issue. Okay. I guess, but at the same time, it was kind of a cool special effect, and it was a cool like little thing that they did, that the whole planet got together at once to defeat the master through the doctor just by remembering his name. Okay, whatever, that's fine. I did like the ending with Martha. She's laughing at the master right before the big reveal that the doctor had the Archangel network at his possession, and he was doing this whole time, which actually, when he does the 3 thing, I actually was thinking, was that a deterrent or something, or was that to delay time? Because I almost thought the doctor would know that the master would not beef his laser screwdriver out like that, or at least, just leave it knowing that the doctor would just be able to pick it up or whatnot. But I thought it was almost
the time or the countdown, because he was letting them know the countdown for the Angel Network was started.
Possibly. I just I didn't put that together on that. Right, folks. I hope I can join you again until the next. Oh, okay. Good night, Rose. Thanks for stopping by.
Good night, Rose.
Like I said, I enjoyed the ending, but I also thought it was just a little too hokey. Of course, Doctor Who is camp, and sometimes its campiness can be best. I just thought that there was a lot going on. I wanted to be more focused between the master and the doctor. I get why they did what they did with Martha to tour around the world, but I just wanted the focus to be on those two. And I thought they could have kept it on the USS Marvel ship that they had up there. And that was really all my complaint. I think everybody can attest that Satan was in the episode, so everybody was happy about that. If you know, you know. And That's all I gotta say about that. I just like I mentioned everything in the last episode as far as how I felt, so it kind of bleeds into this episode. And yeah, that's about it. That's all I can say about that. Yeah.
All right, that's all perfectly valid, and 8 is not a bad number. 8 is still a pretty solid.
No. It's still good. It just it had its quirks, and I'm a little bit more. I'm not one of those that goes, okay, there's no episode that gets a 10. I'm just like, so why bother having a 10? But I'm a little more critical about, as you know from ratings past, I'm a little more critical about my selection. So
I think that 3 was to alert them that everything was going to go off at 3 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I just feel like it was a distraction or something, or the Doctor put that in play because he needed things to. It was like that. Just seems like the Doctor forgot that the Master could do things like that, and I mean he really put everybody's life on the line to activate what he was trying to do. Hopefully, to get the laser screwdriver. And I was like, really, Doctor? You really think that would have worked? And I forgot what was it. It was. We've seen it before. You need the thumbprint or something. I forgot what it was.
Yeah,
isomorphic. Yeah, isomorphic lock. So yeah.
Well, damn! Now I'm gonna have to watch it again.
Well, you got a couple of minutes. You got a couple of minutes to watch the entire episode.
Right back.
Exactly.
Before we get to you, we've still got Tom at 9. So no, Benny, no.
Segue to me.
Segue to Tom. Tom, you gave us a 9. What worked? What didn't? Why 9? Why not 8.6.3475621?
Because I'm tired of all the other things. That's why I couldn't think of that. So let's bring up the pictures because I put them all up myself.
Okay. I'll let you click them out.
Yeah. I still don't understand this one here, but that's not my thing. But so that was the whole story.
Wait a minute. Before we go in and jump in, I'm just going to bring it up because I think this picture is from the new Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And this was a preview of, I can't think of the actor's name right now. Voldemort. I can't think. Somebody help.
Ralph married to Alex.
Ralph Fiennes.
Yeah.
And that was the picture was shown. I'm just like, what do you guys think? Like, what's your first thought on that picture? Because I was just like, yeah,
Ray
why
Fiennes,
not?
the new Doctor.
Yeah, exactly. He could be the first Doctor just from that little bitty. And that was.
I don't know the third because of the way he's dressed.
Well, as we're looking at the hairstyle and everything,
the hair.
I was thinking the 16th.
I wouldn't mind.
Maybe it's a spoiler.
That'd be great.
I mean, how did
Capaldi
end up being the World Human Organization or what it was in zombie movie? He was who?
Yeah.
Never know.
Well, anyway, back to this. Go for it, Tom.
Right when I opened my teeth. I'm not gonna.
You had to click on that picture, so I went with it.
So
you threw the ball. I had to swing.
I could dig that. So the whole concept here. Oh, Martha's trying to find the 4 pieces of the gun, and meeting all these people and saying, "Oh, I love him. I would do anything for him. I will create." Anyway, what really got me was. Before I get to pictures, I brought up Wikipedia to throw my brain onto the whole creating of the Toclafane, which is this sad reality of the whole thing. They all went on to, why can't I not see this now? There's the plot thing. There it is. They discovered the Toclafane are humans who took the rocket to Utopia in the future, thinking, oh, they're going to find a new world. Everything's going to be good. And obviously it's not. It's not utopia, it's dystopia. They cannibalize their bodies into the metal spheres and somehow their minds regress into children's. Like, oh my freaking God. So, yes, the idea of taking it from the original idea of the Cybermen, where when Mondas separated from Earth and was traveling further and further away from the sun, they had to survive by replacing their own parts with metal, which we know of today. So hence became the original story of the Cybermen. So this is just a RTD taking this and with a twist. So the concept of it is quite disturbing. Then the Master creating the paradox machine to allow them to return to the past to kill their ancestors while avoiding the grandfather paradox. So if you don't know what that is, easiest thing said, person goes back into the past because they don't want to live, so they killed their grandfather, and so they were never born. But since they were never born, they could not go back into the past to kill their grandfather. So, grandfather paradox. What? Yeah, I was like, what? So as the Master turns the 10th Doctor into the old Barnabas Collins, and then into
Got a little
mini-me.
A Minjin.
This one I don't remember seeing, but
balls.
The eyeballs. Okay, Jeff. So the idea of Lucy Saxon, was she under the whole things of falling in love with her captor, or was she under the spell like everyone else? That's anyone can make the determination. For me, it was she was under the spell like everyone else. There was no real falling for her captor situation, because afterwards we find out, oh look, it's the fish girl. I don't like that. So the whole everyone must clap their hands. Yes, we're gonna. You didn't clap loud hard enough. Tinkerbell's dead. No, in this case, the Doctor survives and goes from the puppet to old man to what did you spray? To
yeah, this is the one I thought was like, oh, I really like this, and I was like, oh, I really hate it. It's just like, really?
I believe I can fly.
Exactly. It was like the Tinkerbell
The religious
transformation.
effigy.
It's like, okay.
It's like, really?
This is the route we went, RTD. Oh, okay.
The silliness, he's at his ends, like, what do we do now? So go from the puppet to this, like, oh, this is what David's gonna look like. So let's see, let's compare that like Back to the Future, and then will David look like this? To a whole, will he fly? I can fly. And there's John going, we're gonna have a party right now. I'll tell you what. Love you, John. So just leading into the pictures and everything there. What are you gonna do? And Christian's favorite picture, I'll move that up to the very top afterwards. The fact that the Master did not want to regenerate just to cut your nose to spite your face kind of things. Why should I live? No, I was doing this. I don't want to be with you. Screw you guys. I'm going to die. Leaving the Doctor in holy terror. Now we keep talking. It's like, okay, the red fingernails. Like, what's going on here? Which we find out. We won't talk about it, but when we get to that episode, we'll discuss.
Mark, I think there's a typo on that ring.
Yeah, so that side there.
Oops.
You can see how the engravings. Like,
I think they meant umbrella.
Crossbones. Anyway, so we see this. Oh, something spectacular. Then when it comes to like, really, I was quite. And okay, everyone's chill. Everything's fun. Wait, what? The face of Bo? Now, at this point, I can't remember if Martha actually saw the face of Bo. Yes, she did. Okay, when they returned to Earth. Yeah, okay, that was it. Just had to think about that. So it was a nice little thing.
They saw him in Gridlock.
Gridlock, yes. And he was dying. He was on the floor and everything. So yeah.
I just hope we don't get
and he said, "You're not alone."
Yeah, you.
I just hope we don't get a copyright strike from Tom doing the actual episode.
Sure.
Like doing a comic book strip of the episode. So,
yeah, it's so much fun.
I liked it. Yeah. It's like,
I'm just putting my feet up to the whole thing there. I got the same shoes. Which leads to, we have to get the next one, not the Christmas of the Damned yet. We have to go to see his father-in-law, because that is a spectacular. I love what's coming up next, which happens before this section. What? So we have to bring in the father-in-law for that little scene, and that was the best of the Children Need episodes that I remember. It was spectacular. I'll give that one a 10 right now. That was hilarious. So it's above this one. Yeah, this with Pinky and the brain going on there, so you can say, "Oh, what's going to happen with the ring?" And then be disappointed later. Oh, and once again, let's do this one more time. Oh. Yeah, that's fine.
I hope. I'm just for her sake. I hope she never comes across. I don't even know what she does today, so I don't know what show she's.
She watches The Legend.
I'm sure she does now.
Yeah.
It's okay, Christian. I don't know her, so you're fine.
I think her name is Alexandria or something like that. Yeah, she was like on what 2-3 episodes of Doctor Who, and then just
2 episodes, and we count 1, 2, 3, plus
the last 2
So
plus
4.
the end of time. She makes an appearance.
So we got the 4 from her, and then she goes on her acting career. Oh, you're the one that killed the guy. Okay.
Yeah, you're fired.
Dum dum dum.
Yeah. Well, I guess that leaves me
in the corner.
Yes. Do your thing.
Do my thing. So I give it a very strong 8. I'll even give it an 8.5. Just so the Christian stays.
Don't you dare! You stay. If you're gonna make it an 8, make it an 8. Just stay with it.
0.01.
Oh God.
Ew.
Just to be higher than Christian. 8.01. No, it's a good episode. It is definitely better than the previous episode as a standalone episode. There's still a lot that needs to be done with it to be a standalone episode. It's not intended to be a standalone episode. So you kind of have to take it in conjunction with the other 2 episodes. That's the only thing. All 3 of them together, I'd probably give it a 9, maybe even a 9.5. Probably a 9.
Whoa.
But on its own,
it
mostly stands up because it takes place a year after the last one. You've already lost people in context of, well, we don't know what's gone on in the last year. Things have changed. Things have gone off. They have to re-explain everything. And they do a good job of doing that, minus the going back to the first episode and the sky is diamonds. Spoiler, the aliens are humans. They're human heads in a ball. Which is weird. It's kind of like the human equivalent to Daleks. And one thing I didn't like about that, gasp, is that the human heads in a ball seem more powerful than Daleks. Especially at this point in the series. Because they can fly, they can do all the things. They act like Daleks.
He could be using the technology from them.
Yeah, exactly. We don't get enough information to see why that is. They even look a little bit like Daleks. They're so mutated and weird and gross. I don't mind that, but I don't love that. One thing I did love is almost the very end. The end of the cremation scene. I threw one last picture in at the very bottom. And I forgot about this. The master gets cremated, the master's ring drops.
He gets Darth Vadered.
And he gets Darth Vadered, and somebody with red nail polish picks up his ring. Now, I didn't have a chance to screenshot because I just ran into the episode and took a screenshot. I did not have a chance to do a screenshot, but they did the exact same thing with the master's tooth.
Yeah,
at the end of the anniversary episodes, a woman with red nail polish picks up the tooth. What? They are they setting something up? Are they taking 20 years to set up something? The other option before that, this is also before Missy. The next master we don't get a master during Matt Smith.
Nope.
Do we? No. So the next master we get is Missy. Did they set up Missy a full Doctor ahead?
They did, because remember the Bells of St. John, She was on the phone.
True.
She kept them together.
Yeah. So they've got a lot of interestingness to that, and that I'd forgotten that existed. So oh my god, Missy! But and the fact that it is almost the identical shot to the anniversary makes it even more interesting. I'm curious if maybe we'll get Missy back with the 16th Doctor, with the power of the ring and the tooth, or something, or something. There's got to be a way to do it. They'll wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. Yeah. Things I didn't love. I didn't love the whole Tinkerbell scene. I think if we had that Tinkerbell scene with Jodie or Shooty, I think the internet would have lost their collective minds. Right? Oh my God, the Doctor can't do that. But we didn't have the internet outrage machine running when this episode came out, so we just all went, "Oh, that's weird. I don't know if I like that," and moved on. It was very weird. I don't love Gollum Doctor as a general rule. It was just kind of weird, but at the same time, it made for something unique and interesting. We didn't have old Matt Smith at the time. We didn't have we had no comparison. We had no reason to, other than that's weird, to dislike it.
We did have Meglos, isn't that right, Nick? Mark, we had Meglos, which was kind of the fourth Doctor was aged.
That was the Leisure Hive.
Leisure Hive, I'm sorry.
Leisure
The fourth
Hive,
Doctor was aged like 1,000 years or something like that. So
okay.
It kind of put in. No, I just want to tell you the context to it. There was something in the past. However, I didn't like Gollum either. It's just like, okay, now we're really pushing this into like
and we wouldn't have had the technology to Gollum Tom Baker. But for the record, I acknowledge I didn't know about that. I didn't know about that because I've been very open about this. Tom Baker is a giant hole in my Doctor Whodom. Just because I have not watched. I watched almost no Tom Baker since I was yay tall.
Right.
Nothing that none that I remember. Eventually, I'll get to it.
There's a really cool RPG guide that you can read.
Yes, right back here.
Yeah,
and I'll read, and I'm avoiding reading that until I have a reason to watch the series. So I'm doing I want to do the two together. I just need a reason to do the two. So you at home, if after we're done with David Tennant, maybe you want us to see us do Tom Baker, or maybe split them up and do it. There's more than one episode in a month. We could do both of them. If you want to see that, tell us, because that would be my excuse.
Cool.
Dum dum dum.
I was hoping you didn't need one.
No, I need an excuse.
I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. So yeah, I appreciate it. But just
give us ideas of what you want to see is part of that. And two, gives me the excuse to watch Tom Baker, because I need an excuse to watch Tom Baker. I have too many other things to watch with my other two shows. So I don't get to watch as much as I would like, but that would give me the good reason to. Yeah. But yeah, no, overall, I love that we have Captain Jack in there. I hate that he leaves. I would have loved to have seen more Captain Jack throughout this. He's such a fun character that I wish we had gotten more of him. I grew to like Martha, but I still don't like her parents. Her mom still annoys me.
Her mom's mean.
Her mom's just mean, a mean-spirited person. And while it seemed like she got over it because, the Doctor just saved her life, she never really got redeemed as a character. So I wasn't upset to see Martha go, because I didn't want to see more of Martha's family. I'm also happy that Martha has come back once or twice. Twice. She's popped back in. Am I crazy?
And twice in Torchwood, if you
Yeah.
want to count those.
Yeah. So I'm glad she came back. She grew on me as a character. She's a good character. So I'm glad that she was able to come back like that. I'd love to see her come back again. There's no reason why she couldn't.
I just didn't like the fact that she was Rebound Girl for her run, and then when
Agreed.
they brought her back with Donna during that little ditty with the Centaurans, I'm like, okay, now they're fleshing her out, and they really fleshed her out when they pulled her over to Torchwood.
Yeah,
and then this would become the final key that they put together when finally the end of time where her status is and what she's doing. And I was like, oh, that is really Martha of her to do that, since she already walked the planet. I mean, what else is there for Martha to do? But when I saw that little ditty, yeah.
Didn't she end up with Mickey?
Yes.
And both
Mickey or Ricky or Dickie.
One of those.
She married Mickey, and he did a bad thing.
Yeah.
The only thing I wanted to say was, didn't you hear the cackle at the end when they grabbed the ring in this episode?
Yeah,
that was a deep cackle. That sounded like something else. That wasn't Missy. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Because that's Missy.
That's the same cackle that was in The Tooth, as well as maybe the spoilers that are coming up when you hear 4 knocks or what it is,
Okay, here's a question for the panel. I'm not sure you finished, Dave. Talking about Rebound Girl, Martha. Do you think she did the right thing for leaving the Doctor, even though she loved him? Or do you think
she did?
Or do you think she should have stayed?
She left her own vices, and we're going to leave it at that, because do you want to torture yourself with a one-sided love?
She loved him, and she set him free.
Yeah. No, I think she made the correct decision for sure. I would have liked to have seen her stay and grown as a character.
Yeah.
I think they could have done that, but
her heart wasn't in it. It would hurt.
Yeah, exactly. She felt she needed to go, so go do the thing.
Yeah.
Well, for better terms, she does get a little bit of redemption. Like when she came back, now she's growing up outside of the Doctor, which she needed that time away. When she comes back, now she's a doctor. Now she's married. Now she's, or was she married or engaged?
Not yet. It was, I think, at the end of the war when she went with that. When he came back, when they came back for the war.
Didn't she show a ring or something?
Yeah, she got engaged.
She got engaged.
Yeah.
So she was developing as a character, and that kind of worked. But yeah, it was just like we shouldn't have, Rebound Girl was a little bit off-putting, and that shouldn't have. But they gave her a redemption later on. She gets to go over to Torchwood. And then she ends up marrying Mickey.
Maybe she divorced him later, but yeah.
Yeah.
we'll
they'd have
do
to,
that.
They'd have to do something because he's not coming back.
She divorced him later.
Yeah.
For sure.
That didn't work out. But yeah, that's I think that's kind of my thoughts. I didn't have a lot of thoughts on it.
You had thoughts. There were thoughts there.
There was thoughts there. Shockingly, there was thoughts there. But that's our review of The Last of the Time Lords.
I liked it. It was good. Yeah. The big thing I wanted to say was, we talked about the allegories of, religion. We got the Peter Pan kind of parallel, but also you could see it as a thank you to the fans. Through the wilderness years with no show, we went around and we shared the program and we told people how much we loved it, and we got them interested, and we just kept that story going and growing so much that eventually it was picked back up, and the Doctor, appeared again. So for me, it's a celebration of all that word of mouth that the fans spread brought us awesome stories like Last of the Time Lords. And it is an awesome story.
It is.
So Nick, I guess we're going to have the fans spread the word through this wilderness years.
Yes, we need to go out into the nether wilderness and tell people that we like the
Exactly.
show. Yeah.
Ignore the toxic fandoms and be what we can.
Just ignore social
Yeah.
media when it comes to just go watch it like Peter Capaldi says.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Well, without further ado, Paparazzo, let's just throw in a few chats up here. So
Yeah, we have
Roger, the art, Roger. Hello, fellow Whovians. I got an X-ray. Good luck to you on that at 4:30 p.m. But I rate this. Okay, you have to show us what it looks like. You have to bring in a copy. But I rate this Doctor Who Series 3 finale 9.6 out of 10 TARDISes. But the only gripe I had was about the last of the Time Lords is
Twitch.
Ooh, a cliffhanger.
Where is it?
Yeah, he just.
You can tune into next week's show to find
Yeah,
out.
exactly. So rude here.
And we'll know the answer to what his wand is, what wizard it belongs to.
No.
Okay, Tom, do you see it?
No, because it went
There's
to
no
something else, and then he went to talk about Jimmy Hart's iconic blow.
Oh, okay.
horn.
All right. I just wanted to make sure. Well, Roger, if you want to finish that off, that's great. Unless you really meant to do it that way.
Celine Dion. That's how I'm
guess he
looking at
really
that. Okay,
wants
what do
this
we?
thing.
I don't see
And we'll have Rose Kirby. I give it 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Great acting. The Master, the Doctor, the woman fell in conclusion. Brilliant, great, wonderful. So,
Rose.
I would love to see Mrs. Master come back. Not just because of the face on the that we're going to use to be a horrible human beings again, because she has a good character. Maybe that's her who picks up the ring and the tooth. And who
you
knows?
could argue that she is underdeveloped because then we don't expect her to do what she does. Kind of like the Butler did it, And as we saw Martha grow, we could also see her character grow if she was brought back.
Well, last was the end of time was we see her again at the end of time, so prepare for that,
we see a
people.
little
When we
bit.
get to that eventually.
A little bit.
I'm just going to get a molar at my dentist's office and call it Roger Delgado just because I could. So,
but with that all having been said, where can that's all of our chats. We didn't
thought we were picking out the wizard for the wand.
Yes.
Christian?
Oh, that's right. So did anybody? Didn't get anybody in the chat. So does anybody know who this one belongs to? If you want to take a
say
guess,
Snape.
Snape. Who else? Who else wants to take a guess?
I never watched.
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore. Who else?
I know it's not Dumbledore. I know that's not right, but I don't know who it is.
No on Snape. No on Dumbledore. Who else?
Really?
Yeah.
Otherwise, Ron Weasley.
I will. There you go. He's a ginger finally. So yeah, this belongs to Ron Weasley. So this will be converted into the Doctor.
Really?
And he will into the Sonic.
Which
Those are my two choices, but it was because the bottom, because Snape's is similar at the bottom, like the way it is in the coloring.
Oh.
Christian will have to dye his hair now.
Hell no.
Hey, yeah, you don't wanna.
How many Asian redheads have you seen? Really?
One or two.
One or two.
If you go to Comic-Con, I did.
Yeah,
I mean, I know one that's got red and
But
white.
does it stay on them or is it a wig? I mean, Jimmy B says I give it 10 out of 10.
Yes.
Oh,
There you go.
I mean, you want red hair and red and white hair? I got you there.
I was a redhead at one time.
Anyway,
You could
Dave,
be-
anything else?
Anyway.
Go ahead and move into our convention segments.
Yeah, where can we find us? Where's the traveling TARDIS going to be?
Traveling TARDIS will be over at Space Coast Comic Con June 20th through the 21st. You can go to spacecoastcomiccon.com. It's going to be taking place over at the Wickham Park Community Center located in Melbourne, Florida. Go ahead and get your tickets. Also, do not forget, because this is going to be our first time going to this location in Oviedo. This is going to be taking place August 21st to the 22nd. Get more information online over at epicversefl.com. From what I understand, I think at least Dalek Hal should be out there. August 21st and the 22nd. So get your information, get your stuff now, get your tickets while they last. And speaking of tickets while they last, there's been a lot of celebrity names popping up. If anybody wants to pull up the website for Ancient City Con, some of the celebrities I've never seen before or wasn't even expecting. Let me see if I can pull up a few. But if you go ahead now, if somebody wants to pull up the information, go for it. But it's going to be ancientcitycon.com, located at the World Golf Village Renaissance Resort. We will be there with the all the Daleks of Florida.
There.
September 25th through the 27th. It's a gorgeous city, guys. It is. If you've never been to St. Augustine, this is the oldest city in the country, and this is where all the hauntings take place. I know Mark Muncy loves this place, so especially if you like pirates, this is great. They have the Pirates Museum out there.
Let's see, who do I know is coming?
Yeah, Garrett Wong. So I think they have a podcast. They used to have a podcast called The Delta Flyers.
Fun.
And yes, here comes the big guest, Michael Ironside, Dina Miller, if you know her from Starship Troopers, Jake Busey. This is like, okay.
Michael and Dina are great together because Michael plays the old curmudgeon and Dina's like the straight man, the straight woman.
So you got
So we got a Starship Troopers lined up now. If anybody who's not familiar with Seth Gilliam in Starship Troopers on the right, you will be if you are a Walking Dead fan. He plays the father who gets blinded in The Walking Dead. And I'm sorry, I don't know his name if anybody wants to toss it in the chats, but that's all five of these guys are going to be there. I'm just curious about Jake Busey.
And Christian, this is updated, right? Because I'm looking at the other guests thing right now.
These are updated.
I'm sorry, I'm about to cry right now because I just saw something that I need you to give this person a very big hug if you're going. I'm proud of her. No, I'm very proud of her. There's a reason. And if you go to the regular guest page, please, and everything, I am very proud of her.
Okay.
Yeah,
there's a lot more guests.
Yeah, you just hit guests. Yeah, there's a lot of them. There's a full of them. It's just when I just saw the anime voiceovers, I'm shaking right now. I'm just sorry. It's rare. That's why.
Barry Bostwick. Okay.
Yeah.
Scott.
Going down.
Scott
yeah,
Innes, who does the voice of Scooby Doo, and he's running his own convention called Cajun Con. Vanessa Branch, what was it? The Orbits Girl. Orbits Girl was the only one that I know that slapped Johnny Depp.
Okay. Just keep going down. Just go down. Go down. Because I know Christopher. Keep going down. Leah, I haven't spoken to in a while. Keep going down. That wonderful young lady right there.
Crystal Laporte.
Yeah, she's connected to my best friend that passed away, one of the other voice actors, Chris Ayers.
Okay.
And my bracelet that I have one for her. That if I ever see her at the New York cons, I got to give her. It's on my shelf right here. And everything.
So I have to give her a hug.
Give her a big hug and tell her love and laughter always. Gadget says hi.
Okay.
I am so proud of her.
Well, you're fine.
No, I'm sorry. It's just that it's rare for her to come out. That's why when I oh god.
Is there a story behind it, or
it's a funny story how I know Crystal via Chris because Chris is my friend after an ex-boyfriend and everything it was a long story with that, but stayed as little sister. Crystal belonged to one of my other friend, Brad, who's Brad Duct Tape Hale. They both met and Chris had COPD and passed away of it, and it hit everybody hard. So for her, like, I like seeing that she's doing work, everything, and I miss her so much because the idea was I was going to finally get to go out and meet them, but my life here and their life and everything, I didn't get to go, and I'm just proud. Like, if I see her doing anything, I'm proud because Atticus is the funniest cat ever. The cat's name is Atticus. Oh my god, I miss. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to go.
Yeah, that's
Hi,
Atticus.
Crystal. Do you know Gadget? I got to give you a hug.
Yeah.
I don't mind hugs, but I'm just like, I wonder how she's
So Anime Boston, Christopher Years or anything. Greg, I got to start getting back to my friend Lunat friendship on that one. But Greg was his brother. But yeah, no, that I am so proud of her. Like she's out. I didn't know she was coming. Otherwise, I would be like, wow. Because like I said, I have the copy of the bracelet for her and everything. Because his birthday actually comes up on May 16th, and he passed away on April 12th of 21. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm just sorry, Christopher. That's why you guys see me crying. That was just I was
That's
shocked.
fine. No,
Yeah.
that's good. So
Yeah, no.
the Delta Flyers will be out there, and of course the Daleks of Florida should be in full swing out there, all of them. If there is going to be a chance for the Epic verse, there might be a chance either Nelson or Hal may be out there. I don't know if both are coming, but I know hopefully we'll have one of them show up. And don't forget, we're going to be selling the barbecue sauce out there. And if you want to get it now, 10% off. All you have to do is write to, God, I forgot. Is it Billy? No, yeah, Billy at kitchenkillers.com. Just write him up over there, and he will give you the price. They're $14 a bottle. He may be able to cut you a deal if you get multiple bottles, and you get 10% off using the Tardis promo code. Again, enjoy Kitchen Killers barbecue sauce. Email kitchenkillers@gmail. That's what it was. Email kitchenkillers@gmail.com.
Why does
and Chris, I'm sorry to interrupt, but Crystal also with Chris did the Ace and Seventh Doctor cosplay. So they're very big Doctor Who fans. That's why please just
holding the TARDIS.
I just want to find that picture for you guys and everything and stuff.
Well, I'll do you a service. If you remind me, I will get her a picture with the TARDIS. How's that sound?
That would be All
right.
Question: can you pull out that barbecue picture again?
Yeah.
Yum.
Why does the electric sock plugins look like wow? I'm hungry.
That's just the way he's got to mount it over.
Look here. Yeah.
They do not look like that. It's just like, wow, we got barbecue and ribs. We were going to eat that up.
Yeah.
Yum.
Here, I found. Oh my god, I found it.
It's a plug.
I found it.
Believe it or not, there you go.
I found it.
That's Crystal?
Them. That's them. Yeah, that's them. That was Chris and her. Yeah, they were playing Ace and Seven. Yeah.
Okay. I will. I will at least get a picture of the TARDIS with her.
Yeah, they were big fans of the show.
Let me just I'm going to put this picture up real fast, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up. I don't know if you guys watch the Kitchen Killers when we perform. On the other side of that bar setting is his actual studio. So that's why he has that plug-in, because where all this food is right now, that's where he has the chefs prepare. So they need a camera to plug into and microphone and stuff, and that's why he has a power strip right there. So you can put all that up there. He puts it right behind the bar, because exactly that spot is where they prep for the food and they show what they're making. And so it's like, and I believe every Friday night over at 9:05 over the Kitchen Killers. Occasionally you'll see the new episodes show up over here, but you can also check out Billy's page. And of course, get the barbecue sauce. We will be selling it at all 3 venues coming up. So if you haven't tried it yet, Mark.
This is getting over here with import tax at the moment.
I know. I just
might be good with hot honey.
I haven't tried it with it yet, but well, we're also serving the spices, and there's 3 different spices that we have that we'll be selling.
Scary, baby, posh.
A hot sauce. It's just rub, but I've heard people mixing it up with the barbecue sauce. But
barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Dave, you want to wrap her up?
All right. Let's quickly go through where we can find people. Mark, where can we find you on the internets?
Here, there, bit there, bit here. You can find me at my Instagram, cyborg200_cosplay, and you can find me here at Legend of Traveling Tardis, and you can find me working around with Johnny Who Entertainments.
Excellent. And Tom, where can we find you?
Well, you can find me on my personal page someday, but you'll find me over here. And Cajun, well, youtube.com/@GadgetPendragon After Dark.
All right. And Mr. Nick Smith, where can we find you, good sir?
You can find me right here at nicksmithfilms.com, or say hi to me at #NickSmithFilms. I will be a celebrity guest at Indie PopCon, Indianapolis, from May 8 to 10. That is in the Indianapolis Convention Center. I'll be signing books. Thank you. Doing panels. So yeah, come say hello. I'd love to meet you in person.
That's awesome. Gadget, are you put together enough to tell us where we can find you?
I'm put together enough. That was just a shock because I didn't realize, because I knew Chris was coming. I knew the other Chris, that plays Aizawa. I knew they were coming, but I did not know that. That was just a shock, and that must be a validation for something. But good news is I have my ticket for Bronx Comic Con. That will be August 1st. I have my tickets for Anime NYC, which are supposed to be August 20th through the 24th. And like I said, you can find the books at lulu.com, because rejection letters are not fun from job searches, especially when they're laying off a lot of people here in the States and everything. And yeah, it's getting bad. So yeah, if you my GoFundMe, it was just so I could pay bills. The money ran out like about 6 months ago, and it's getting hard. Some people are trying to help, but it's not enough, because every time you think you got something paid off, the interest rate goes up and all. But yeah, and guys, please, when you go to Ancient City Con, enjoy it and everything. If I still don't have a job by then, maybe you'll see me. I don't know, but I'm just starting off trying to figure out what to do next in this new timeline. Oh yeah, and catch me at that one. Never know when I'm gonna pop up in the dark, because everything's cooler in the dark sometimes.
Fair. As for me, you can find me all over the internets. You can find me here on Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, of course. You can find me every other Monday on Horses on Film, youtube.com/@horsesonfilm. Yesterday, we just dropped a video on 40 Guns. Great movie, so come check that out. As well, first Thursday of the month, that's next Thursday, youtube.com/@happinesspatrolshow, where you can find me and my friends getting rid of all the toxic fandoms that we were talking about earlier today. Get rid of all those toxic fandoms, talk about things that make us happy. It's the last episode of our Star Wars season, and we'll be announcing what season 2 has in store for you on that episode. So tune in at 8 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday, the 7th, I think it is. Whatever that the first Thursday is of next Thursday.
That's Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Thursday the 7th, and find out what we've got going on for season 2. It's going to be a great time. So if you're not a Star Wars fan, now's the time to get signed up for that, so that we can all enjoy ourselves and just have fun on a Happiness Patrol. So Happiness Patrol show. And of course, like I said, you can always find me here on the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, and my own channel, the Rat Hole DOTCA. That's the rathole.ca. But YouTube does not like URLs in their URLs. Just before we get on, I was playing Boop. I've been playing a bunch of Sabacc lately. I just picked up a Choose Your Own Adventure board game that I have to look at, see if I can play that, hopefully in the near future. So we've got some great stuff coming up there as well. Give me a subscribe. Christian, back to you. Where can we find the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS? Where can we find Christian?
We're finding the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS right here. I do want to give one shout out to folks that you definitely want to get, and we want to try to get them over 1,000 subscribers. The folks over here over at the Daleks of Florida, you just go to facebook.com/FL These guys are great. They're putting out videos almost every day. I mean, we're touring around and recording them in the most bizarre things, and I think you'll just enjoy it. You can also catch them over on our YouTube channel at The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. But please give them some subscribe, love, facebook.com/FL because these guys really work hard, and we want to see them at more conventions. Other than that, folks, thank you for joining us. Where is he? He's already boom. Don't forget to say goodnight to Simon in the upper, your left, my right. Yeah, the right side corner. Your left, my left, my left, whatever. Don't forget to say goodnight to Simon in the chats. And we're going to say that on the count of 3. And until the next adventure, everybody, 1, 2, 3.
Good night, Simon.
Good night, Simon.
Good night, Simon. And until the next adventure, Tony, take us out.